Hey Waukesha students, now that you're doing a lot of work on your iPad, sometimes it would be very helpful for us to have two apps running side by side that we could see at the same time. And the great news is that on your iPad, you can do it with either something called SlideOver view or split view, depending on what you have on your iPad. So I'm going to start by identifying the two apps that I want to use. I'm going to use, in this case, Safari and Notability. And I want to get both of them down into my dock. You can see I've just moved Notability off of my dock, but I'm going to tap and hold and then slide that app down into my dock. That's essential for this to work for you. Once you've got both of those applications down in your dock, we're going to start with the first application, Notability. So I'm going to open up where I want to take notes. Great. Now what I'm going to do is slide up from the bottom of my iPad, that little black edge, until I see my dock. I'm going to open my second application now, which is Safari. I'm going to tap and hold on it and then drag it out. It'll be a little bit of a feel at first, but once you have that little card under your finger, you can move it around on the screen. And when you release it, if it's kind of sitting in front of the other application, you have what's called SlideOver view, which is great. We can zoom in and out on that second application, scroll through it all while taking notes in our original application. So we get to see both side by side. Another option that's available in some iPads, although not all, so you have to test for your application, is something called Split View. Split View, I'm going to take that slide over window that I have, run it off to the side, and if I get that black line and my first application slides over, when I let go, I now have what's called split view. Again, this will not work on all iPads, but it will work on many of them. And the advantage to this, of course, is I can resize the different applications that are there. With that said, though, both will work just fine. If I want to get out of split view, I'm going to grab that gray box in the middle, slide it on over, and I'll be able to get into my single application. If I want to get out of my slide overview, I'm going to grab that little gray bar at the very top, slide it off and flick it off the screen, and then you'll be out of slide overview. So that's a great tip for seeing both apps side by side in one window.